Hello, I am Dr. Rakesh Uke, MBBS MD Medicine, and we will see today hypercholesterolemia that can cause stroke and heart attack. So, information, cause, screening, and when to start treating of hypercholesterolemia. So, let's see in detail about hypercholesterolemia is characterized by increased serum level of total cholesterol, low density lipoprotein that is HDL cholesterol, and non high density lipoprotein non HDL cholesterol, and apolipoprotein B ApoB. These are associated with increased risk of cardiovascular disease and mortality. So cholesterol is a causal in development of atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, and lowering cholesterol is associated with lower CV events. CVD in secondary prevention, lowering cholesterol lead to consistent reduction in total mortality and recurrent CV events. Non-HDL cholesterol is equal to total cholesterol minus HDL cholesterol. Non-HDL cholesterol is less sensitive to fasting status and better predictor of CV risk compared to LDL cholesterol. Non-HDL cholesterol is important measure of total quantity of apolipoprotein B, ApoB, containing atherogenic lipid particles. Lipoprotein A subfraction of LDL, genetically determined a causal factor in atherosclerosis. Triglyceride more than 1000 mg per dl result in formation of eruptive xanthomas. High LDL result in tendinous xanthomas. Lipemia retinalis, cream colored blood vessels in fundus. In triglyceride more than 2000, triglyceride more than 1000 mg per dl is high risk for pancreatitis. Causes of hypercholesterolemia: primary genetic disorder like inborn genetic error of lipid metabolism or lifestyle or both in combination. Secondary causes of hypercholesterolemia are type 2 diabetes mellitus, metabolic syndrome, obesity, chronic kidney disease, hypothyroidism, cholestatic liver disease, nephrotic syndrome, Cushing syndrome, pregnancy, SLE, anorexia nervosa, multiple myeloma, and selected medications like anabolic steroid, furosemide, beta blocker, like that. So, when to consider for screening of patient? So, lipid screening for cardiovascular risk assessment: men more than 40 and women more than 50, or if postmenopausal, without known CV risk factors. In patient with CV risk factors like established CVD, smoking, diabetes, severe CKD, family history of premature CVD, or familiar hypercholesterolemia, suspect familiar hypercholesterolemia in family history, or severe hypercholesterolemia without any secondary cause. Management of hypercholesterolemia: lifestyle modification like increase fruits and vegetable and fiber intake, reduce intake of saturated fat less than 7% of kilocalories, and reduce calorie percentage from trans fatty acid. To reduce LDL and non-HDL cholesterol, increase physical activity, 40 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity exercise 3 to 4 times a week, and reduce excessive weight. Treatment: statins, HMG CoA reductase inhibitor, drugs of first choice for lowering LDL and non-HDL cholesterol. Consider high intensity statins for patient less than or equal to 75-year-old with goal of LDL cholesterol reduction more than or equal to 50%. Consider moderate to high intensity statin if patients more than 75-year-old after calculating risk and benefit of a treatment. So, indications for high intensity and moderate intensity statins. So these are the main drugs for lowering cholesterol. So let's see 2018 AHA-ACC multi-society guidelines. So presence of clinical ASCVD, use high intensity statins or moderate intensity if age is more than 75 years. Primary elevation of LDL cholesterol if more than or equal to 190, use high intensity statin. If age is 40 to 70-year-old, presence of diabetes, LDL more than or equal to 70, moderate intensity statin, or high intensity statin if 10-year CVD risk more than or equal to 7.5%. Risk enhancing criteria like diabetes duration more than 10 year, microalbuminuria, CKD, ankle brachial index less than 0.9 favor aggressive treatment even for patients of age 20 to 39-year-old, age 40 to 70 years, no clinical ASCVD or diabetes, LDL 70 to 189 mg per dl, estimated 10-year CVD risk more than or equal to 7.5%, coronary calcium artery score more than or equal to 100 or more than or equal to 70 percentile, moderate to high intensity statin. High intensity statins reduces LDL cholesterol by 50%, atorvastatin 40 to 80, rosuvastatin 20 to 40 mg per day. Moderate intensity statin reduces LDL cholesterol by 30 to 50%, like atorvastatin 10 to 20 and rosuvastatin 5 to 10 mg per day. Pitavastatin 2 to 4 mg, simvastatin 20 to 40, pravastatin 40 to 80 mg. All statins are given once daily in morning or evening. The fibrates are peroxisome proliferative activated receptor alpha, PPAR alpha agonist, significant reduction of triglyceride and increase HDL. Cholesterol, fenofibrate 48 to 145 mg daily. Consider if triglyceride more than 500 to 1000 mg per dl to reduce pancreatitis. Add ezetimibe after maximally tolerated statins with LDLC more than or equal to 70 in high risk. Add PCSK9 inhibitor in very high risk if LDLC more than or equal to 70 or non-HDLC more than or equal to 100 after maximally tolerated statins or ezetimibe. Coronary artery calcium score if statins use remains uncertain. If CSE score is 0, consider withholding statins if no higher risk conditions. CSE score 1 to 99, statins therapy in more than 55-year-old. So we have seen the patients of like how they come towards us and how when to consider for screening of patient, in which cases which drug to be started. Statins are mainstay and then ezetimibe and then PCSK9. So in which patient to consider these drugs we have discussed in detail the presentation and cases of hypercholesterolemia.